All right, we are wrapping this thing up. We got some nonsense going on. I'm using an alien to stop monster trucks from running over my dog. The uh, next thing we need an end game, right? When three enemies get to the cake, right? And so we're going to create a variable that shows us how many people got to the cake. So let's go variables. We're going to create a variable, and oh, looks like I already did it. Maybe I already started this earlier. So we got a variable called endgame, right? Endgame. And so endgame does not equal endgame. Endgame equals 0. Okay? We'll start there. And then the thing we want to get to is if the enemy is touching the cake, we want to add to endgame, right? So we will go right here, update. So endgame equals endgame. Did I do a capital? I think I did. +1, right? And I didn't even spell that right. Let's try that again. End game. Shift tab, end game. And let's pull this up and we can take a look at end game as we go. It's not defined now. Now it's defined because it's at 0. So then we can see over on the right as those get over there. We're at end game 3 right now, right? So 3 of them got to it. And now we need a function called endgame, right? To finish this thing out. So I'm going to call it up right here. I'm going to call it. So end game right there. Okay. And then let's create it down here at the bottom. Very last one. End game. Ooh. You know what? I called up variables and I called the variable and everything the same. Let's call it in-game screen. I can't call it the same thing. Where's my function? We're losing things here. In-game screen. Okay. And then we'll call up the function down here, in-game screen. Because my variable is already called in-game. I don't want to double up on that. So, what do I want to happen? In-game screen, if, and we want this to pop up on everything. We want the background. We want a background that is black. Okay, and then let's just make sure it's working right away. So, in-game black, and I was supposed to put that in an if statement, right? So if end game the variable, right, capital G, is greater than 2, so when it gets to 3, and I'm actually going to set it to greater than 1, so only 2 of them have to go. Then we want to change the background to black, right? So, boom, you got there 1, 2. It's greater than 1. Boom. So as soon as it got to 2, oh, and I only put the in-game or the in-game counter pattern in one of them, so it was only working for one of them, and I just thought that was like, why didn't it work for that guy? So as soon as they both get there, right? And we can also just let's go ahead and just hide all my stuff, right? Let's get rid of everything. We won't see anything. So what did I call it? Player. And it is false. We won't see it. Let's go ahead and copy, paste. Let's go enemy 1. And I can't see it. Enemy 2. And let's go one more for our dog. What was it called? It was called Cake. Remember, I changed everything, so everything's gonna disappear. Bam. Except for enemy 2. When the game is over, if they get to it, right? And then let's go ahead and put up a statement on this as well. So let's go drawing, go text, and we'll say game over, right? The We could just use our function score. Is my scoreboard up? Show score. Where's it? Where's it? Game background. That's part of the background. Where's my score? It's show score. There's a function for it already, right? And we can still show the score by just doing this. We still want the score to show score. Game over. Let's put the text. I want it to be white though. I think it's going to be black. And we're going to have a black background. So let's go white on that. And let's go text size. Let's go bigger. Pixels. Let's go 50. Let's try this. And let's put it over on the left. 15 and 200 in the middle. So game over. Score still showing. I'm at -4. Right? And beautiful. We got it. We're still at they're still being replaced. I should probably just stop the cars since the score is still going there. It's fun to find bugs. So let's go enemies. Enemy 1, velocity 0, and then we'll do the same thing for enemy 2. That way we can't have everything going still. 1 and 2, and then just to verify, let's watch enemy 1 dot velocity x is set to 0, so it's not going anywhere. We won't lose any more points. There's our final score. Game over. So there's different ways that this could be done. We could have wrapped this in an if statement and say if score is this, then run all this. If not, then run this. And maybe that's a better, cleaner way to do that. But you know, there's lots of different roads to the same spot. Cover the game with an end screen. Yeah, I just followed this one, what they did in. But there's another technique might be a little easier. But there you have it. Enjoy. You know, I can set my now that because I was in testing mode, so you know I wanted it to go quick, so it only had to get 2 of them there. But we could change it so that in game. Let's find it. In game. Where are you? I can't search it in here. We could set in-game screen if it's greater than 2. So when 3 of them get to it, then the game's over, right? All right, we did it. 2513D. Awesome.